Uce, tell me why the sky's blue. Tell me why this money is green. Now Lord, please, tell me why I do these things to make tea. Now yeah, let me. They kick me out of church, cause I just don't listen. Always fall asleep when the preacher is preaching. Not my fault, I do love God, but on Saturday nights I be all up on.
You are now tuned in to another episode, the number one in the world,
whyuce
podcast. I'm your host, Puni. Last episode that you heard, I was talking about, what was I talking about? Hotels. My hotel stays for the past 2 months. Today, I'm going to be talking about Queen and her episode that just launched, which is out. It's been out for about, I want to say 3 days now, but when this airs, maybe a week from now. But, shout out to Queen and her host, The Difference. For those that did not tune into Queen's episode, which is her first episode, because the one that she had before that was just an introduction. So this is officially her episode 1, along with the Difference, her best friend. Puni Moore is going to talk about what he felt about the conversation that they had. But before all of that, man, shout out to the listeners always tuning in and dropping them feedbacks. Updates, we still got our host, it's Christmas, baby. Ben Jeezy is, him and his wifey, Prego, they're soon gonna have a newborn. So big ups and blessings to whyuce and his wife. So Ben Jeezy might not even tune in till next year, or he might have opportunity to jump on one of these episodes, but he's gonna be busy, you know what I'm saying? We're all about our vertical alignment out here while we're here at the whyuce podcast. We believe in family first, you know what I'm saying? Everything else. Well, of course, us for the Christians, God first, family, and then everything else, right? What other thing that I want to update? 49ers won. My Niners won. Who did they play? The Seahawks. The score was low. I feel that our Niners were taking it to no disrespect. First of all, no disrespect to the Seahawks or any team. It's just one of the things, like I feel like they came off their high and they just had to, face the Seahawks. And, we still got a few more challenges, right? We got, Cardinals, the Rams, I believe. Maybe not the Rams, but I know that we still have one tough one, which is the, Baltimore Ravens. And that's going to be one that might be a challenging one because I believe the Ravens are now number 1 in the AFC, right? So, yeah, that's football talk, but that's down the road. But yeah, man, that's all I got so far before we let's talk about this whyuce segment. Yeah, so when you hear that beat and all that stuff. Whyuce? So that's the new segment, man. I had a lot of different, segments that I implemented. So it really depends on who the host that comes on, where I'm able to install those, like Let's Talk 49ers or Let's Talk Sports or even Game Time, whyuce Game Time. All those segments comes and go. It comes depending on the host and their availability. But yeah, right now, Puni Moore is going to be writing solo until we get hosts coming on, you know what I'm saying? Because it's the holidays, baby. And happy holidays to everybody out there. Dude, let's get into the segment of whyuce. That's me just asking myself a question, trying to, what, why, where, when, you know what I mean? Throw all that in. And just to have a conversation with my listeners. With that, let's get it going. Whyuce? Just the subject of its own, how to stop worrying and start living. Well, the only way you're going to find out if you tune in to Queen and the Difference, you know what I'm saying? Many men, they cover a lot of things, and they pretty much talk about a book and the self-motivation books and stuff like that, and that will help you, your mind, motivation, right? Like she said, let's talk about it. Spoiler alert for those that did not listen to the episode. There's a part where the Difference talks about, what's his name? Benjamin Franklin, or whatever the dude is from Philly. who he took a lot of trials and error before boom, a light bulb came. But now we have light. Thomas Edison or Thomas Jefferson. I could mess that whole. I could be messing all that up.
But you know, like Thomas Edison, you know, it took him 1,000 times before you got that one light bulb to work.
But who cares, man? It's for y'all to figure it to know, and from putting more just to get his point out. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, yeah, the difference said, you know, it took Thomas Edison or Jefferson, whatever he is, 1,000 times before he was able to have the light bulb turn on. And nowadays we're still using lights. You know what I'm saying? So big ups. And it's such a valid point. The bottom line is, don't be afraid to fail. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to fail, because the things that you fail off of is what you learn. You hear that shit all the time. And this is why it's important that you got to take notes when you're about to have a conversation.
Why, Uce?
Because in my head, I was ready to talk about it. But now that I'm you know, recording, my mind is blank. They covered so much positive thing that I thoroughly enjoyed. And I was listening to it. Ain't nothing better to listen to a podcast or just anything, whether you're at work or you're even at the gym, or even today, 30 minutes ago, man, I was out there on the trail. You know what I'm saying? We had a trail right across the street from my house, where I went out there and took a nature walk, because my doctor said with the heart problem I had a few months ago, one of the assignment was weight loss and eating right, and I am trying to do that. So, you know, he told me that make sure at least go for a stroll, 30 minutes, 5 times a day. You know, that's you would think that would be easy, right? But man, I'm even having a hard time with that, especially out here in the South, well, close to the Midwest, Kentucky. It's cold, 30 degrees, baby. Can't use that as an excuse. Anyways, I was strolling, and I was really enjoying and entertained by Queen's podcast, the self-motivation. It was just an uplifting way, because sometimes, you know, I tend to meet Puni more with the way my feelings go. It tends to have mixed emotions, right? And this morning, I was in a good mood, but then sometimes, I don't know what happened, man. All of a sudden, I just felt depressed, you know what I mean? So it's like, I know I need to go and get this checked off, because I have been doing some self-evaluation for myself and trying to end this year, start the new year off positive too. A lot has to do with with my health, you know what I'm saying? So I knew that I had to get this walk in. So I decided, you know what? Right now it's 12. It was like 11:50 a.m. I just, you know, put on the boots and just walked for 30 minutes, or a little bit more than 30 minutes, because I was enjoying the podcast. It was cold and freezing out there. And when I was walking and, you know, just hearing them talk about the self-motivation, the importance of being a difference maker, all of a sudden, you ever, I'm sure I'm not alone on this, where when you're just walking, you find yourself that you start to realize in your surrounding that you're alone. And I'm a big guy. You know, I can handle my own, but still, it don't matter, man. It don't matter how tough you are. I started to get worried, right? Because I'm talking about this trail. It's in the middle of nowhere. Well, I can't say that. You know, there's housings and everything, houses all around. But when you go through that trail, man, it's like you're going into the jungle. It's the best way I can say it, right? It's or not the jungle, just whatever you call this thing, the park where there's a lot of trees, and it's wintertime. You can't see, you can, from a stretch a mile away, front, back, left, right, all you see is just bare naked trees, leaves on the ground. It's kind of like, you know how when people are like, you can't find, when people tend to go missing, and you find them in those woods. Yeah, that's where I was at. That's what it felt like. You know what I'm saying? So I'm listening to self-motivation at the same time. I'm just like, bro, I need to hurry the hell up and get the hell up or see somebody walk past me. And Lord and behold, thank you, Jesus. I had like maybe 4 people cross, not at the same time, but there was an OG passed me up, and then also a couple passed me up, and then some women and stuff passed me up, and then a woman with a dog. So I was like, okay, I'm in a safe zone. I should be in a safe zone, but you never know. You know what I'm saying? I'm new in the area, so I don't know what's up. Anyways, man, I was listening to the podcast, and the difference was just talking about, he talked about a lot of stuff, a lot of positive stuff. One of them was time clock. He was how people tend to rush and run to get to clock in. And I'm one of them guys too, difference, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the difference.
Going to work and see people running, speed walking, trying to beat the time clock. And I always tell myself that I don't revolve myself around time. Time revolves around me. And I feel more relieved that way. And I start in 7 minutes. But I still tell myself, time doesn't, I don't revolve around time. Time revolves around me. And that puts me at ease. I don't revolve around time. Time revolves around me.
But I happen to be one of them mates, them Uce that happens to speed walk, you know what I mean? Kind of speed walk, make sure I get there on time. And I like to time myself, I like to make sure that I leave the house ahead of time just to get there and have that good, you said for 7 minutes, for me, it's a good 5 minutes. 5 minutes before I got to clock in. So I like to speed walk because it's a warehouse where you got to go through security doors. And within that time, if I get there and there's somebody that sometimes that magnet doors don't even open. Oh, that pissed me off. You know what I'm saying? Because when them magnet doors don't open, it's magnet doors, when you got to open, pull to open, and they get stuck and they don't open, dude, you're going to be late, and then you got to make up excuse to the boss, be like, man, these magnet doors did not work again. You know what I'm saying? And of course, thank to them. Thank you to the supervisors and to the office for being lenient for us, because it's not our fault that the magnet doors ain't working, But yeah, when you were bringing that up as a difference, I just started laughing because, one thing stood out. He said that you don't make time. Something about you gotta tune into the Queen's episodes to hear exactly what it said, but it's something about like,
I don't revolve around time. Time revolves around me.
You know what I'm saying? In other words, you can't rush in life, man, because if you do that, you tend to find yourself stressed out. And when you stress out, you find yourself getting depressed or stressing out, and then just bad things happen to those who stresses out, right? But if you just not worry or concern yourself about time, and you go about your time or your day, you're gonna have a good day. Now, with that said, you know what I'm saying? Just like I'm sure the difference and myself ain't trying to tell you listeners like, okay, just take your sweet time to go to work. No. You still need to be responsible and adjust your time. You know what I mean? Even though Puni Moore is a speed walker, clock in kind of guy, I've always made sure that as long as I'm there before 5 minutes prior to the time I'm supposed to clock in, I'm going to be on time. And heck, I enjoy doing the speed walk. Why? Because to me, that's me taking my sweet time. That's just me, letting the heart rate go up, giving that boost, kind of like when you go to the gym, you got to take these pre-workout drinks, bar chewy things, eat it or drink it, before you get yourself psyched up and you go to work out, lifting or whatever. That's the same, my mentality of when it comes to my 5 minute regimen of clocking in. So yeah, big ups to the difference in Queen for that awesome and very motivating episode of Let's Talk About It. Relieve the stress. And they have these motivational books. But you know what, Queen? Like I said, we were going to cover this book. No, we ain't. I lied. I'm done talking about it because I don't want to spoil it. I want y'all to tune into Queen's episode and support my sis, you know what I'm saying, and my Uce, and leave, drop comments. By the way, Queen, just to let you know, because I know you'll be tuning in, I like what the difference is talking about. I want to hear more about, I'm excited to hear the book of, I hope that you guys talk about more of the Republican being enemies or something like that. Yeah, I want to hear that book. Have a discussion on that. Trump drop the motivation, self-motivation for all the other ones. There's so many out there, but at least that's my request. You know what I'm saying?
It's from Mark Levin. It's how the Democrat Party hates America, but you know.
Yeah, man, I want to hear about that. Y'all talk about that. But yes, guys, that was it. That's what I have for Queen's or my evaluation of the book. Did I cover it all? No, probably not. You know what I'm saying? But who cares? It's my show. Do whatever. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what it is, man. Check it out, y'all. Let me know, you know what I'm saying? To let Queen know that I told y'all about it, you know, if this is going to be your first time listening to it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. And another one. What's another one? That's all I got for that one. So my closeout for this is, you know, as you know, tune into Queen and let Queen tell you, you know, the self-motivation. If you find yourself struggling, because that's not my forte, baby. All I'm about is just talking about what I feel like talking about. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's what I got, y'all. Why, Uce? Why, Uce? Did you know that what is it? TikTok Shop is about to take over or slowly trying to snipe. Hey, you got that? Amazon shopping. You know, is it possible that TikTok was able to go ahead and conquer or outsell Amazon? That's a conversation to have, y'all. To the listeners, some of y'all that don't even have a TikTok account, y'all gonna be like, nah, I don't think so. Amazon's still the way to go. You know, because we do have those so loyal people that just aren't, and that's all right, that's okay. You're an Amazon shopper, that's all you do, you know what I'm saying? I'm a Walmart shopper, so that's all I shop at, you know what I'm saying? And everybody's to each its own, right? To who you want to shop for and stuff like that. But yeah, man, I find that interesting because I brought, as you can see, my head is bald. Whatever you call that little skull candy thing, I don't even know, I forgot what it's called because I'm not going to advertise it because I'm not making any commission off of it. But anyway, it's the one where you use to like shave your head and stuff like that. It came up after Black Friday on a TikTok feed, and I just happened to be like, okay, I know as everybody else too on Black Friday, you know, you did your shopping. I found how interesting. It's just really interesting how TikTok is the way they're attacking, how they promote products and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. So yeah, so obviously I don't think that it's gonna take a while. Well, the question is TikTok Shop going to dethrone Amazon for shopping? Well, I don't know. That's up for a debate because there's Alibaba out there, right? Alibaba, and that's for all the Asian marketings and Indians and all those that does stock marketing. You only us know about Alibaba, right? Because for us Americans that know about Alibaba, the only reason why we know about that is because of stocks. But international, you know, it's the Amazon, right? So with TikTok coming in with their shop deal, I just find it intriguing, and I think it's something good to have. It's an interesting thing that caught whyuce's attention. And I'm gonna be playing a little clip. So like I was saying, man, this I'm just gonna let this guy bring it up to you. This is who I found, and he does a good explanation, the King's Letter, about this whole TikTok, you know what I'm saying, shop might dethrone Amazon. So let's check it out, yo. Oh, to the listener that's not watching me on the video, I'm pretty much just pulling up online on the TikTok, you know, this guy that talks about this whole point of comparing, well, TikTok slowly coming to snipe Amazon. Here we go.
Why is nobody talking about how TikTok is coming after Amazon and this new feature?
Well, now we're talking about it. Ooh, so big ups to the King's Letter. We're talking about it. Here, let's go.
They launched is going to make people millionaires. On September 12th, TikTok launched the Creator Shop. Here's how it works and why it's brilliant. Sellers can now list their items directly onto TikTok, and the buyers can check out on the app as well. So there's no longer a need to lead customers to an external site like Amazon or Shopify. But
do you understand what he just said, y'all? For those that does affiliated marketing, you know what I'm saying? You know that this right here, it's a game changer. That's a game changer, man. But let's carry on.
what's even cooler than all of that is the fact that a seller can place a commission structure on an item where creators can earn a cut if they help sell the product. So influencers can actually decide what types of products they want to promote and make some serious cash when their videos go viral. Now here's what makes all of this revolutionary. Unlike Amazon or Shopify where you have to figure out SEO to make money, TikTok runs on an algorithm that is a lot more rewarding for newcomers, while it also has a brilliant SEO structure. So sellers have two ways to put their product in front of people without having to pay for ads. I know I'm a little overexcited, but you must understand how early we are to this brilliant new economy. So like and save this video and sign up for my free newsletter if this benefited your life in any way.
You see how he closed it out? Like and share his video. Like and share, my man. You know, support these guys because they give out some great content. Being a content creator, I come to realize it's always good to support and share. So big ups to my man, The King's Letter. Very informative, you know. And yeah, that's what it is, guys. For us coconuts and for the world who tunes into whyuce, there you go. You find yourself wanted to try it out, give it a try. There's a free gem right there for y'all. But yeah, what comes to your feed? You know what I'm saying? For whyuce, for myself, there's a few things that stand out when I'm on TikTok. It's the blue thing, the gel, whatever you call that, where you put it on, then you have white teeth. I don't know if I'm ready to go all the way out with that whole white grill thing. You know what I'm saying? But I've been trying to get it. Well, I can't say I've been trying. I've always wanted to test it out, just never found myself that interested to purchase it. I just find it is intrigued. But the one that did catch my eye was the one where I forgot what it's called. You know, I don't have the time to look it up, but it's one of those things where you shave, you know, it's where you shave your head bald, for us, the bald head guys. And what was it? I believe it was going for like $10, I think, or $15. It was going for like $15 around there, because normally the good ones are like $100. And then when it dropped down to 15, I'm just like, I'm hopping on that. And yeah, it actually works. The thing that really stood out to me, how fast I got the shipment too. I ordered it on Black Friday and I received it that Monday. And I'm just like, wow, that's interesting. Because you know, Prime, Amazon, they're really good on those kind of stuff too, especially in the holidays. But just for TikTok to continue to advance with their stuff, it's pretty cool. But that's what I got, man. Let me know what you think about the Amazon versus TikTok shopping. Would TikTok eventually take over Amazon? I personally don't think so at the moment, because Amazon doesn't just sell those kind of stuff. Amazon goes with furnitures, which I believe TikTok probably does too. It just doesn't hit my algorithm because it's not something I search for. A lot of stuff that I get is through, I like a lot of podcast equipments, right? Or even like those little cameras, them little phone holders that when you move, you see a lot of those on TikTok where you put your phone out so it moves with you, and you put your hand to a stop, the sensors, whatever. Anyways, but that's what I have when it comes to that. But there y'all have it, folks. I don't have much to say now, man. It's a lot different when it's just 21 by himself. Eventually, I will have better topics for y'all. Hopefully, these ones entertain y'all. You know what I'm saying? Queen with her new episode. Please check it out. And then also TikTok being a competitor of Amazon that nobody talks about. But yeah, man, I'm your host, Puni for the whyuce podcast. Until next time, man.
don't listen, always fall asleep when the preacher is preaching. Not my fault, I do love God, but on Saturday nights I be all up on God. Trying to save the world with the homies. My KD rising with my homies. Playing 2K with my homies. Jumping on Madden with the homies.